It's a PR event that has gone awfully awry at this point in time. Shah Rukh Khan and his publicity team boarded a train, the August Kranti Express from Mumbai to Delhi, which landed at Vadodara station at 10:30 p.m. last night. And it was there that we saw a stampede and one person losing his life and two policemen being injured in that incident. Tonight we are joined by Mohd Jamshed. He is member traffics of the Railways Ministry, and he is going to tell us what exactly went wrong at the Vadodara station. Good evening for joining us, and thank you very much for joining us here on News Hour Direct, Mr. Mohd Jamshed. The question many are asking is, when you allowed Shah Rukh Khan and his publicity team to board the August Kranti Express, did you actually envisage the kind of crowds that would come to the railway stations, especially the scenes that we saw at the Vadodara railway station, even claiming one life and two people being injured?
Well, let me tell you, Navika, thank you very much for having me here. The details, it's not very rare that the actors, the film actors and actresses, they travel by train. The whole units, while going for shooting and while going for publicity, they do travel. We always get this information and we also make necessary arrangements. And these arrangements are made, like, for example, in this case, yesterday evening, August Kranti was the train, and the administration, the Divisional Railway Administration of Baroda Division came to know of it and immediately made necessary arrangements in terms of deputing the government railway police, the RPF and the civil police at Baroda railway station. Not only that, it was also anticipated that there is likely to be some more crowds, and therefore this train, which is normally supposed to be received on an island platform which is connected by the footover bridges, was avoided, and it was decided that this train will be received on platform number 6, which is the end platform and accessible from the city side. We have done this, and at the same time at 2100 hours, which is 9 p.m, because this train arrives there at 10:39, we restricted the entry of all unauthorized persons by deputing special duty staff there, and also the sale of platform tickets was suspended so that we are able to manage whatever crowd is there. So we had taken all the precautions, and the train arrived, and we had Shah Rukh Khan looking at the crowd and meeting them and greeting them. There were a few thousand persons there on platform number 6. And when the train started, after about 10 minutes, there was also an alarm chain pulling case. After that, it restarted. The police, which was already there,
allow me to interrupt you here at this point. Mr. Jamshed, let me interrupt you at this moment. You say that the Indian Railways is used to carrying film personnel, but this was a PR stunt. This was meant to be a situation where Shah Rukh Khan would come out at every station. He would meet and interact with his fans. It's not a regular train journey that you were looking at. And what exactly is the brand value of the Indian Railways? I have in my hand the payments that were made by Shah Rukh Khan and his publicity team. The license fee, 1 lakh rupees. Moving and stabling charges, 30,000 rupees. Security deposit, a paltry 1,000 rupees is what was paid. Security deposit. And licensing officer fee of 500 per officer for 2 officers, another 1,000 rupees. RPF at the rate of 500 rupees and 1 ASI at the rate of 1250 rupees per day, 13 of such personnel being used. Security, only 7,750 rupees has been charged to Shah Rukh Khan and his publicity team. 1,89,850 rupees. 1.89 lakh rupees. Do you think that is the brand value of the Indian Railways when a star like Shah Rukh Khan uses it? Is it covering any of the security costs that you may have incurred to hold such an event?
For all passengers, whether it is Mr. Shah Rukh Khan or somebody else, they are all passengers and they buy their own tickets for traveling by a certain class along with their teams. And this is what exactly has happened in this case. Whenever we go in for permitting the coaches, etc., to be utilized for special shooting, there are different charges that are levied. So in this case, this was a normal traveling by a group of people. and we made necessary arrangements at Baroda railway station in anticipation, as I have already told you, and we saw to it that the train moves smoothly from Baroda railway station after its scheduled halt.
But Mr. Jamshed, the question I'm asking you is, are you undervaluing the brand of the Indian Railways? The kind of security arrangements that were required for that 7,750 rupees have been paid. Is that the reason why enough and adequate security arrangements were not made at various platforms in Kota, in Vadodara, whereas death has also taken place? Who takes responsibility for the death of one individual during this entire travel plan? Does the Shah Rukh Khan team take the responsibility, or will the Indian Railways take responsibility, since Shah Rukh Khan has already paid for the security and the other charges that have been levied by the Indian Railways?
Navika, as I very clearly mentioned that we had made adequate arrangements at Baroda railway station, and when the train, as far as the incident is concerned, when the train started moving, people started rushing towards the coach in order to shake hands, because I think Shah Rukh Khan was also standing at the door. And in that melee, when the security personnel wanted people not to be very close to the platform so that they do not, for the fear of falling them between the train and the platform, they were restricted. In that kind of a restriction and the arrangements which were being made, one person fell down unconscious along with 2 GRP personnel. They were all shifted to the hospital along with relatives and by the security forces and the railways, and one person unfortunately was passed away in the hospital.
But Mr. Jamshed, that's the point everybody is trying to make to the Indian Railways. Did you not anticipate that Shah Rukh Khan would be standing at the door of the railway coach, that there would be people trying to rush to meet him? Is that something that was not anticipated? Why was there not enough adequate arrangement as far as security personnel, whether they are from the RPF, whether they are from the civil police? Was there no anticipation of the crowds?
There was all the anticipation of the crowd, and as I said, I have been given to understand the crowd was roughly around 2,000 to 3,000 persons, and we already had adequate security forces, not only the Railway Protection Force, but also the Government Railway Police and also the City Police, along with their officers. And when the train starts moving, it is the duty, in fact, to control the crowds and keep them back so that they do not come near the train, and for fear of falling in between the train and the platform, as I said earlier. And in this kind of a situation, when the people still want to go near the train, they have to be pushed back. And all the people were restrained. Nothing exactly happened except for these 3 persons, who kind of were found unconscious at that point of time and were immediately shifted to the hospital, like any other crowd situation. And we had already restricted the entry of the people. We had also restricted sale of platform tickets from 9 o'clock onwards. And I would also like to mention that the Honourable Minister, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, Minister for Railways,
who is going to take the accountability for the loss of one life? Whether it is the loss of 147 people who died in railway accidents over the last couple of months, the fact is one person also lost his life because of this publicity stunt that was carried on. Does the Indian Railways take the responsibility, or do you pass on the buck to the Vadodara police?
No, certainly not. In fact, this has never been the idea. Honourable Minister for Railways, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, has already directed the Director General of RPF to investigate into this matter. And in case there are any defaulting staff or any responsibility lies with any of the persons in the railways or on the security forces, the necessary action will be taken, and very stringent action will be taken. This is what he has also tweeted.
Okay, Mr. Jamshed, I'd like to show you visuals of our own reporter at the Nizamuddin station this morning when the train August Kranti Rajdhani Express arrived at the New Delhi station. Just see how my colleague Prashant is moving freely in front of the railway coach where Shah Rukh Khan is supposed to be. Where is the security personnel? Why don't you see those visuals which we are showing on our screen to our viewers, where Prashant is right next to the coach? Everybody is standing for a photo op, and there seems to be absolutely no security arrangements. Did we learn nothing between last night 10:30 at Vadodara station and this morning at Nizamuddin station in Delhi?
I think we had made necessary arrangements and given the message also down the line, and all other stations en route, including Mathura and Kota and also Nizamuddin. Even officers had been deputed. They may not be visible there, but they were not only the officers but also the police force in the Mufti, which were also there to ensure that no untoward incident takes place. And no untoward incident did take place at any of these stations. We really have a very smooth journey later on.
Okay, Mr. Mohd Jamshed, I thank you very much for at least taking on the straight questions that viewers would like to ask. We will wait for the inquiry report, because it's not just enough for Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu to send out a tweet that there is an inquiry by the DG RPF. The question is, will accountability be fixed for that one precious life that was lost and the 2 police personnel who were injured grievously in the train mishap in Vadodara station? Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Mohd Jamshed.